but don't say nothing. Nothing. Keeps rolling. Welcome to the Savage Nation. I've been exercising my vocal cords lately. If you're listening to the show the last few days, you've noticed I've been singing on air. Because there's nothing left to do. The last resort of those of us who see what's going on is to revert to a song and dance act. Welcome to the Savage Nation. It's a very sad song, really, Old Man River, when you think about it. It goes back to slave times, and the touching part of this is here's a man suffering, his body's aching, picking cotton, tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk, and you land in jail. I gets weary, sick of trying, tired of living, scared of dying, but Old Man River just keeps rolling along. Here is a man who was so in such pain as a trapped, enslaved human being that he actually envies a non-human entity, a river. He envies the river because the river is free. Whoever wrote this saw that the water, the moving water, was freer than he was. You think about it. It's a pretty amazing song. So, why am I mentioning it? Well, who knows why. I do know that you must fight slavery, and you're now being slowly but surely enslaved by this Marxist regime, one policy after another. Slowly but surely, the yoke is going around the body politic with help from frauds and sellouts like Bill O'Reilly on Fox News, with turncoats like Justice Roberts. It won't be long before all of us are in yokes. So we're talking about that. We're talking about the biggest boondoggle in the history of San Francisco, the Central Subway plant itself, and undermined us from within. And we can talk about that if you want. Play Old Man River before I take a call, before I plotz here from the exhaustion. Go ahead. Old Man River, that old man River, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just I love this song. Move Me as a Child. Move Me as a Child. I had no idea what it was, but it brought tears to my eyes. A beautiful song. It's a symbol of all of man's struggles when you think about it. Listen to the next stanza. Plantators in home plant cotton, is soon forgotten. But Old Man River, he just keeps on rolling along. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's about the sweat and strain of life for all of us, and how nature is eternal, and nature just keeps moving along no matter what we may do. Raise it up. Let me hear it.
Lift that bell.
No, I don't like this part. I could do without. This is a different. It doesn't have the same pathos. That old man river. Okay, let's take the callers. We got time for a few. Petri, Sacramento. Tony in Connecticut. Welcome to the Savage Nation.
Yes, sir. First time calling you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yeah.
That song is a deep meaning. It's about one. The river represents the river of life. The water is the waters of life. That's what the man was talking about. It represents true freedom.
So, is that your interpretation of Old Man River, or you've studied this, or what?
I read the Bible occasional, once in a while.
Understood. Well, yes, of course. I appreciate it. Yes, of course. The slave. And remember, this was not written by a man in slavery times. Old Man River was written as a show tune by a Jewish songwriter, Oscar Hammerstein, I believe. God bless the Jewish songwriters for the empathy. But the fact of the matter is, it's a brilliant song. What was the name of the play it was in? Showboat. This became the most famous song. That's why I put it on, because it's a very touching song, the Old Man River thing. We're all like that man in a way. We're sweating, we're struggling, we're trying to get through life, and we look at nature sometimes, and we enjoy the river because the river is eternal, that kind of thing. It's like, why do you have a dog? You come home, you feel rotten from human beings, what they try to do to you, how evil they are. The bigger the cross, the bigger the liar. Look at Clinton remember I said yesterday you think about this. Remember Bill Clinton, the false Christian, with the Bible? He had an oversized cross on his Bible. Do you remember that? Okay, so there's a phrase in Old German. It goes, there's nothing, it means the bigger the cross, the bigger the fraud. You know what I'm saying? It's like you wear it on your sleeve. So the biggest phonies are the ones who profess the religion the most, like O'Reilly pretending to be a conservative, like Roberts pretending to be a conservative justice and then turning coat and stabbing the conservatives in the back, et cetera, and so on. Okay, so we all know about hypocrisy and the enemy within. But what I'm getting at is something a little different. And what I'm getting at is along the lines of the fact that you come home from work and you see how evil mankind can be. And the worst of mankind it's bad enough to meet pure evil, but we all know how to defend against pure evil. That's what I'm getting at.